the reporting yesterday from Futurism that Sports Illustrated published articles by fake AI generated writers. So how this comes out is Futurism looks into reports and anonymous sources from Sports Illustrated saying, hey, we have these fake writer profiles, and alongside them are AI generated headshots. So there is a website where people can go and purchase AI generated headshots. Like this man, this blue-eyed, brown-haired Drew Ortiz. And if you look at Drew Ortiz and some of the things that Drew Ortiz is into, you see that Drew likes to say that he grew up in the wild, which is partially true. He grew up in and partially, emphasis on that, he grew up in a farmhouse surrounded by woods, fields, and a creek. Drew has spent much of his life outdoors and is excited to guide you through his never-ending list of the best products to keep you from falling to the perils of nature. Nowadays, there is rarely a weekend goes by where Drew isn't out camping, hiking, or just back on his parents' farm. Listen, you should have never believed that Drew Ortiz was a sports writer when he said most weekends are spent camping, hiking, or just on his parents' farm, because sports writers work on weekends all the time. This is a scary part of the future of journalism, and I do have to say that Sports Illustrated did answer, or Sports Illustrated's ownership group, the Arena Group. If you remember a few years ago, a group called The Maven overtook Sports Illustrated, fired a lot of writers, and essentially crumbled what was and known as Sports Illustrated and the magazine that so many of us grew up reading great works. I mean, William Faulkner at one point was published in Sports Illustrated, and now we have Drew Ortiz, the not real human with an AI-generated headshot who loves to go camping on the weekends and is going to sell you some products. Those are the kind of articles that they're talking about when things pop up that are trying to sell. And so Sports Illustrated's The Arena Group answered in saying that they blamed a third party for this only happening with some of their licensed content and product reviews. So they're essentially saying that they took this third party at their word that that content was not AI generated, and it was wrong because it was, and they're trying to push it off on that. This pops up yesterday, and I was like, oh no. It's getting so hard to trust things. And if you remember, Sports Illustrated this past year got in a little bit of hot water because they shared the Steph Curry making 5 straight full court shot video, and everyone was like, oh, it wasn't real. Spoiler alert, if you thought Steph Curry made 5 straight full court shots, because it feels like he maybe kind of could. And that's the thing, it's not super dangerous, it's just getting to the point where you can't trust everything you see online, and that's been such a thing forever. God, I remember having to do biographies or bibliographies in high school, and teachers saying you can't quote Wikipedia because you just can't know what to trust on the internet. We've gone so far since then, and now, who knows, your favorite sports writer might just be an AI-generated headshot. And once Drew disappeared, he was replaced by Sora Tanaka. Oh. And Sora Tanaka, her AI-generated headshot is listed as a joyful Asian young adult female with long brown hair and brown eyes. So, Sports Illustrated.
Let's stop it right there.
Diversity. Sora has always been a fitness guru and loves to try different foods and drinks. Ms. Tanaka is thrilled to bring her fitness and nutritional expertise to the product reviews team and promises to bring you nothing but the best of the best. Do you have an issue with reviews coming from fake people who never quite use the product at all in real life?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I also have issues with that bio. Read that first sentence again.
Sora has always been a fitness guru and loves to try different foods and drinks.
The first one?
Ortiz?
No, the first one for Sora. I thought it said something about her saying she was Asian.
No, that's what her headshot. So those headshots, you can buy these headshots.
Oh, I got you.
Do you
it's
get
not
what I'm
the
saying?
first sentence. Yes. I follow.
Yeah,
I'm back in. No, I don't. What are we doing? Why? I know why this is a thing. Money is why this is a thing. I'm going to pay you to generate. It's just like generating fake comments in a product review where, okay, I'm on Amazon. I'm looking at this product. Let me see what the reviews are. Oh, all of the reviews are good. Oh, we've got all 5 stars here. And all of that is computer generated. We had this issue, I still think it is an issue, with social media platforms, Twitter specifically, 3 or 4 years when we found out that everybody had burners and most of the people on Twitter, most of the accounts on Twitter were either fake or bots. And so that's how people were getting their follower count up, was by paying to have the bots come through and follow them. Like, this is where we've gone to now. Sports Illustrated is just the latest to hop on that bandwagon. They shouldn't be doing it, though. It's one thing for Joe Blow or Jane Gray, whatever, to do it, some nobodies to do it to try and get their follower count up. It's something else for somebody who is reputable and respected and a go-to source for sports news, right? That there's something to be said about being trusted with that sort of information. And then this comes out, and now it calls everything that you do from this point forward into question. Like, can we trust you anymore? The trust that we once had in Sports Illustrated took a big old hit with this story coming out.
It's already taken a big hit. I mean, the death of Sports Illustrated has long been documented. And it started with the Maven and firing so many people and going away from the hard copy editions of Sports Illustrated outside of the swimsuit edition. They were so slow to adapt. I remember reading an account of former Sports Illustrated writers talking about what went wrong for Sports Illustrated. And so many always said they were so slow to adapt to the digital age that by the time they were trying to play catch up, it was too late. And the irony now of sitting in a place where they are trying to shoot forward into using AI generated content, which I try to be fine. Use AI generated content. Just tell me what it is. There has to be disclaimers. There has to be media ethics where you understand either you're writing something that comes from a human or you're writing something that comes from AI, and then you can judge appropriately on how you feel about that. Like, a lot of AI content is true. It comes from computers. But if it's a product review and somebody's trying to pass off like they used this, that's not true. That's for clicks. That's for money. That's for engagement.
You're staffed, you're understaffed, right? That's your fault, but I get it. You're understaffed. You're probably not going to have somebody at every game to give you a recap of every game. So I don't know, the Troy State, Georgia State game, right? You probably not, or Troy, excuse me, Georgia State. You're probably not going to have somebody on the ground there watching that game to give you a recap. So if you use AI to generate a recap of that game, I think that's fine.
I don't know. I've read some of some papers now are using that for high school games, and the recaps are abysmal. And they'll get better. Like, the technology will get better, AI will get better. But right now, they don't read like real because they're not.
They're not real. I'm talking about from an ethic standpoint.
I get what you're saying.
What you're
Something
saying
that doesn't include
like
necessary reporting. It's just stats, numbers, this is what happened.
That's fine. And then at the bottom, hey, this was used, I think I've seen this a couple of times on various newspaper sites. Hey, this article was made using AI. Like, okay, once you put that disclaimer in it, we're good. You're not trying to sell me anything. You're not offering an opinion on anything. It's just stats. And this is what happened in the first quarter, and then this happened in the second, and then this happened late in the third, and that's why the game was won by X team, right? I'm fine with that. But the second it becomes opinion, where it is, okay, I'm offering an opinion on something, I'm offering an opinion on a team, a player, a game, a product, then it becomes icky. Then it's like, no, we can't be doing that, because you're trying to pass that off as a human, and in this instance, a human that used this product to try and sell me said product. No, we can't. That can't be allowed.
I just know that the algorithm is watching me and taking all of my unique attributes and being like, who is this strange girl who watches Sunbelt football, loves Broadway musicals, and wears an Uncle Baby Billy shirt? Let's create her and put her out and just put her out to pasture, because I'm not going to need to exist. We're going to be replaced by the AI versions of ourselves someday, CJ. Or can the AI versions of ourselves make the money and we get to go on forever vacation? That feels unethical against AI. I'm sorry, robots. I'm not trying to make you do all the work. I'm happy to help.
Is it unethical for your car to drive you everywhere when you've got 2 working legs? No, that's technology. That's fine.
Yeah, but if the robots can feel, and they're the ones who are stuck waking up at 4:30 in the morning to host the show, and I'm like on a beach, pina colada in hand, that doesn't feel fair.
They can't feel. They're machines. Does your car feel? Does your house feel? No. What's a machine? Does the ice cream machine at McDonald's feel? No.
Obviously not.
The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m.